For anyone to come in and train or for the first time, they don't need any equipment or any experience. We do it all here. We have everything as far as the gear and the instructors. You can walk in right off the street, and we show you how to do everything within a couple hours, and then give you the opportunity to climb the rest of the day, and then you can always come back, of course, and train and climb.
Well, part of the fun of rock climbing is that it's not just a physical challenge, it's a mental challenge. It's kind of like solving a puzzle. It helps reduce stress because you have to focus so much mentally on climbing that you don't have time to think about all of the day-to-day things that you're worrying about that are causing you stress. So usually at the end of a day of climbing, you're totally relaxed.
Both Coach Leons have engineering backgrounds. This, and the fact that they are avid rock climbers, enabled them to design and build Planet Rock to their specifications. It wasn't long after they opened their first facility in Pontiac, Michigan, that they realized they could provide people with disabilities a chance to climb.
Training for people with disabilities is not much different than people with abilities because hanging on the rope and in your harness is the same for both people, yet you're going to be using a lot more strength and arm strength for a paraplegic, for instance, to pull themselves up the wall. But hopefully with some of the new up-and-coming things that we're trying to design now, we can make that a little easier and apply a little bit better as far as climbing.
I don't really think that there is a distinction between a person who has a physical disability and someone who doesn't. You still have the mental challenge and the physical challenge, and just the accomplishment of however far off the ground you can go is rewarding. There are a lot of people who are afraid of heights who won't go as far as someone who has a physical disability.
Planet Rock has trained instructors on staff that have the experience to teach people with disabilities how to climb. Emily Taylor is a physical therapist. At Planet Rock, she has combined her love of climbing with her passion for teaching and helping others.
I've worked for climbing gyms on and off for about 4 years. I've been climbing for 7 years, and I've always had this idea of bridging the gap between the able-bodied climber and the non-able-bodied climber, or someone with physical disabilities. I'm personally losing sight in my eyes, and so I really wanted the challenge of understanding how I would be affected by rock climbing. When they're sitting in a regular harness, they're having a difficult time with the regular harness because their legs are pulled up in a dead weight like this. So kind of like
Emily designed a program she calls the Diverse Needs Program, which focuses on 3 disabilities: blindness, deafness, and paraplegia.
The specific goals for the Diverse Needs Project is to make climbing easier for anybody that walks in through our door. It's also to provide an informational source for other gyms to be able to understand how to train their staff to help somebody who has something that's different or a special need for rock climbing. Oftentimes we have groups that come in and want to use our gym, and either I've come across the experience of staff not being trained enough or sensitive enough to the issues that may need to be available for the individual that comes into the climbing gym. And so part of the goal is also staff development training as well as education for not just the climbing population, but the population of the people who use our gym. So it's not just for the people who are maybe be in the wheelchair, but the people who are not in the wheelchair, to understand that this is a sport that everybody can do.
Neil Whipple was injured in a car accident 4 years ago. He is a paraplegic with a T5, T6 level injury. Extremely active before his accident, Neil recently turned to rock climbing.
I played basketball in high school. I was always physical, hands-on, and anything I could do with my hands, I enjoy doing. I've progressed quite a bit in the couple months that I've climbed. Just everything from my confidence to physical aspect of it. We talked about what I needed to do to be a better climber, getting in the gym, working out, working on certain types of muscles in my body, and I have been working on that, and it seemed to help.
Neil's case is exceptional. He has the upper body strength to climb the wall unaided. However, it soon became apparent that others with disabilities would need some type of adaptive equipment to help in the climb. A development team was formed to solve this problem.
To develop special equipment, it takes material, it takes time, it takes an engineer. I am not the engineer person behind it. Luckily that we have people like Nick who are able to see something, to take a measurement, and then to go back and produce it and to make it. It all depends on what the person's needs are in order for us to develop it. I feel so confident that anybody could walk into this gym and say, I want this made, and Nick is able to turn around and produce some type of equipment that would help that person climb a little bit better.
One result of the team effort is a climbing aid called Parafeet. With Parafeet, a climber can rest on a hold or ledge with the foot of the device. This takes much of the strain off of the upper body and off of the belayer as well. Parafeet is made of high-strength aluminum and also uses much of the same material used in traditional climbing equipment. The Planet Rock development team has worked on several adaptive climbing devices. The Parafeet is the first to be developed for a large market. Whether adaptive equipment is needed or not, it is still all about the climb, testing yourself against the wall or mountain, being the best that you can be.
The one thing I get out of it is making people say, wow. People look at me when I'm up there and they just have this look on their face that is, to me, is just priceless.
I don't feel like there's a limitation for anyone who wants to start climbing. I think that I was really inspired in one of the gyms that I've worked in to see someone who didn't have a left arm climb. And that's kind of where I was just like, whoa, anybody can do this.
Anything's possible, and you only know if you're capable of it if you try. I don't tend to think before I try something. I try it. If I can't do it, then I live with that. But I can't live with the fact that I never tried.